This is an add-on to the RI4, RI5 text structure lecture with an example. Apologies for not including it all at once. So we're looking at our example piece once again, Mark Twain's Cornpone Opinions. I'm going to do a read through here and be on the lookout for any text structures and signal transition words that will help me identify them. I am persuaded that a coldly thought out and independent verdict upon a fashion in clothes or manners or literature or politics or religion or any other matter is a most rare thing, if it has indeed ever existed. Alright, so I'm going to just mark this up in and of itself. Remember, there can be multiple text structures within an overall piece. Just looking at this particular sentence, I see a couple of things going on here. I see a list of items, the clothes, manners, literature, politics, or religion. And I say list of items here because none of one of these things really seems to matter more importantly than any other, especially if we're going to end with or any other matter. That's pretty vague. To imply that it's a most rare thing to have an independent verdict or your own opinion, I think is a pretty heated statement. I think we're also implying that that is a problem. So I'm going to mark that there and then move on to the next sentence. Mohammedans are Mohammedans because they are born and reared among that sect, not because they have thought it out and can furnish sound reasons for being Mohammedans. So we've got the signal or the transition word because here for cause and effect, but it's with a not, so we're actually doing a bit of a negative cause and effect, if you will. So I'm going to do a little negative sign, cause and E, a non-existent cause and effect. We know why Catholics are Catholics, why Presbyterians are Presbyterians, why Baptists are Baptists, why Mormons are Mormons, why thieves are thieves, why monarchists are monarchists, why Republicans are Republicans, and Democrats, Democrats. Okay, so I think once again we've got a list going on here, different groups of people, and I mean we're talking about religious groups, we're talking about some other groups like thieves, and we're talking about political groups. I don't think any one of those could be said to be more important, so I would say list rather than order of importance. Let's see. Men think that they think upon great political questions, and they do, but they think with their party, not independently. They read its literature, but not that of the other side. They arrive at convictions, but they are drawn from a partial view of the matter in hand, and are of no particular value. So given some of this language here, this no particular value, that their opinions are of no particular value, that they're not doing these things independently, that it's just a partial view, this all to me reeks of problem. None of these phrases are complementary. So I'm going to mark that as a potential problem. We all do no end of feeling, and we mistake it for thinking. Ooh, again, that's a powerful problem word. And out of it we get an aggregation which we consider a boon. Its name is public opinion, it is held in reverence, it settles everything. Some think it the voice of God. So, as we've talked about before, I mean, we're talking about public opinion being as important as God, and that was not meant in a good way. So overall, when we look at this entire text, even though it has some listing within it and some negative cause and effect, I think we could safely say that this is a problem and solution piece. However, I don't see a solution. There's no instruction on how to actually get that independent verdict as of yet. So it's missing the solution. In that case, we might say it's not quite so effective. I mean, Twain, if you're going to give us this significant problem that people aren't thinking for themselves, then you should probably give us a way to help them be able to think for themselves. And until you can do that, we can say your text as a whole is not very effective.